confident are you and your teammates and everything to kind of get your feet back on the ground and get refocused this week?
Yeah, that was a great win, great team win. I think all three phases, I've been talking about it all season, same with the coaching staffs, is that we need to execute on all three phases, and I think that we did that. Special teams went out there, did a great job. Avery Atkins recovered a fumble. Jealous about that. Always kind of every kicker's dream is to get a fumble, so I'm happy for him for that. Josh pinned him deep when he needed to. Blake did a great job, and so did Zach. And the defense played outstanding, and the offense moved the ball up and down the field. So I feel like that was a great overall team win. Everybody kind of did their job, and that's something that we need to continue to do this week.
Well, how do you guys stay grounded this week the same way you approached last week?
I think just understanding where we're at and kind of what each week means to us, and kind of not necessarily getting too excited or too down. I feel like after the Florida loss, everybody was, for the most part, the exact same. Then after the Ole Miss win, kind of just being able to continue each week and prepare the same way.
Does Zoe do a specific thing or maybe a different thing each week to make sure you guys are kind of focused in on the task ahead?
I think he brings up a few points that we need to work on. Like some weeks it's execution, some weeks it's poise. He's got a few key words that he wants us to think about and continue to use every practice.
Do you remember one of the words last week?
I don't remember what it was last week, but.
Well, tell me about the relationship the kickers have with one another.
Strongest group. My assumption buddy's probably going to hate me for this, but strongest kicking group that I've ever been a part of. Just the chemistry, it's kind of kicked off since day one. We all spend a lot of time together. Sometimes that's a bad thing. We kind of get on each other a little bit, but for the most part, I mean, we're all great buddies. Go out to eat a few times a week. I mean, we're always around each other, which is great. It kind of just builds the chemistry, and I think you can see it on the field. We're kind of just all having fun, enjoying our time, and kind of living in the moment.
Avery's a little swole for a kicker.
He's a big dog. He's a big dog. So you see him in the weight room, and like today he was. We had dumbbell press, and he was repping 5 sets of 4 for 100-pound dumbbells on each arm. I mean, he's strong. So something that I need to catch up to him with. But yeah, he's a big dog.
Safe to say you're not diving in the bottom of the piles anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just keep kicking the football through the uprights and not have to worry about chasing after any footballs.
How did it feel to almost outscore Georgia with your leg?
You don't really think about it in the moment. I mean, you're kind of just getting ready for each opportunity. But I'm glad that we were able to have an opportunity like that as a unit.
Are you glad that you weren't asked to run past Grant Delpit on a 4th and 9?
What a play, huh? I remember watching that, and as a kicker, you kind of look at things that people don't really look at. And so I watched the kicker and the holder run onto the field, and they were kind of like looking back at each other, nodding and stuff. And I thought to myself, well, it's kind of weird. What's going to happen? And then sure enough, they ran a fake, and Grant made an amazing play. I remember watching that live and being like, wow, that's one of the best plays I've ever seen.
Is there something that you saw in them that is something good for y'all in the future, or something y'all cook up? How you watch them, and you could see some tells that the holder and the kicker had that there could be a fake, and some y'all can use in the future to notice not to do the exact same thing with your mannerisms going on?
Yeah, I guess. You kind of just, if you do have, I don't know, you kind of just want to keep everything the same, regardless of what you're doing. And I mean, they didn't do anything crazy. It wasn't, I mean, it was just kind of me being a weird guy and watching the kickers run onto the field like nobody else does. And it wasn't even that obvious. I mean, if they would have kicked the football, I wouldn't have ever thought anything twice about it. But it was just because they ran a fake. I kind of thought back and thought that it was a little bit different. But maybe they do that every time. I don't know. It was just kind of the one thing that I noticed.
Cole, this will be the 5th time.
That's our fate?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you guys like, that's our fate? You can't use our fate?
LSU has ran that in the past, and so that was kind of funny to see them try in Tiger Stadium. But
This will be the 5th time that LSU has gone up a top 25 opponent so far this season. How does going up against these top teams help prepare you for the next game?
I think just confidence. I think that every week, regardless of who we're playing, we're comfortable and we're excited to get after it. Coach O does a great job of preparing us each week, regardless of who we're playing. So I think this has been just a great season for kind of all of us and able to really enjoy it.
Cool. Can you speak to how special teams can have a domino effect? You down a punt at the 4 or 5, causes them to throw out of the end zone. You pick a ball to 24, and it leads to 3 points, right? I mean, those are the kind of things that.
Yeah. Special teams can have a great impact on the game. I think, although Joe and a lot of the other guys would have wanted touchdowns in the first 2 quarters, I think that it helped to be able to put points up on the board, and I think it kind of changed their approach to the rest of the game. I think that it helped put confidence in our team as well, and that's kind of just what I want to be able to do is help my team out in whatever way that I can.
Cool. On Assumption's campus, when you walked around campus, did people know who you were, or just only your teammates there? And I guess as the games keep going and going, it's kind of bizarre for you to be walking around this campus and people knew who the kicker is. And at Assumption, did anybody know who you were when you were walking around campus?
It's a very, very small school. I mean, it's 2,000 people. So, I mean, I wouldn't say everybody, but kind of just, for example, a non-athlete, you kind of know just about everybody. I mean, you walk to class and you'll know 30 people just in your 5-minute walk. So I don't know if it ever had anything to do with me playing football or just me being the kind of the social guy that I am. But yeah, I mean, I take online classes here, so I'm not really on on campus at all. I was driving my parents around, and I couldn't yesterday, and I couldn't even. We had to pull up maps because I couldn't get to the bookstore. So I kind of just go from my house to football operations and here.
So this will never get to your head that you're like having a good season because you're never going to know because you're going to online classes and coming straight to football every day.
Yeah, for the most part. I just try to kind of go out and get ready for each practice, and not a whole lot changes. I'm just having fun and enjoying it.
Toro does the same, right? He's all online.
Yeah, he's in two of the 3 of my classes, so we kind of feed off each other, keep each other on track.
Who else is in your class?
Michael Bonnet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.